Welcome to Canvas Projects, a virtual program offering from the Pflugerville Public Library. I'm Meg Miller, an Adult Services Librarian, here with another fun craft geared for ages 12 and up for you to complete. Those who registered through the library calendar can pick up material supply kits, and for everyone else watching, we hope you give these techniques a try. Let's get started on this month's project. This month's Canvas project is a collaged canvas. So for those who picked up our material supply kit, what you'll receive in the envelope here is the canvas. You will also receive separate a small cup of Mod Podge, which we didn't want to put in the envelope so it didn't get messed up. So in addition to the canvas, you will have a supply of decorative papers of several different natures and colors, your foam brush, and then I've also included a couple of pages from a recycled book that was an advanced reader copy that we can't sell or add to the collection or anything like that. So this way we get to recycle those pages and hopefully make it part of something really cool for us. So this is a pretty straightforward and simple craft. Hopefully you'll find some additional papers that you have around that might be something you'd like to add to. So I've got some leftover tissue paper from a previous craft that I really like the gold foiling to, so I will be adding that. I have some other recycled book page paper. I even have this napkin I might do something with, maybe not. And so really, I just want to start with my canvas. So you have a couple of different options for your technique. You can just go straight for it, start adding Mod Podge base to your canvas so that you can start laying things down. Depending on how much you use, you might not be able to pull stuff up after you've laid it down on the canvas. If you want to be a little bit more intentional about what it is that your design is doing, you can kind of lay everything out ahead of time and then see if you like what you've got going on, and then go ahead and redo it, pull everything off and then lay it down as you glue along. Totally up to you as to how you want to attack your project. Also, a piece that you may decide to use is a pair of scissors if you want some really straight lines, or something that I thought was really fun was just to tear the pages, and I'm just kind of making a cool, you know, especially with this kind of paper, you get a bit of that white core to the paper that shows through that really looks super cool, I think. Also, if you've got any glitter or glitter glue even, you can add that to this, add a little bit of dimension with different things. Some of the papers we're providing do have a bit of a texture to them. These were actually paper scrap packs from the Dollar Tree, and some of the rest of this, the rice paper and whatnot, we purchased from other vendors. So this really is just kind of a how you feel about your project and what it is that you want. One of the things I did on my example that's just super straightforward is I'm just going to take some of my paper, do myself a light crease down the middle, and then that classic hard cut, just make my teardrop shape be half a heart. And then when I open it up, I've got that I can use on part of my paper. This one's just such a really cool with the bubbles and the blue. I'm gonna give myself up here. So then as I would go along, I would, using my foam brush and my Mod Podge, I'm just going to lay a bit of a base coat of the Podge down so that my paper will stick. So this being one of the rice papers, it is not going to pull up as once I lay it down. If I think, oh, that might not be where I want to put it, pretty easy to pull up right away depending, but then if this is really where I want it, I'm going to go ahead and lay a layer down on top so that when that dries, that paper is really going to just stay and shouldn't come up from your canvas. Underneath here. If you've got some white school glue, you'd also be able to use that if you'd like. You should, with the little cup, have more than enough to kind of do a solid layer underneath and then coat over the paper as you lay it down. So this is going to be one of those crafts that you could do pretty quickly, but also a project that you could take a lot of time on. If you've got some old photographs that you've got around, or even if you were to print something, you would be able to add this to your collage as well to give it kind of a little bit more personal meaning. Alright, I'm going to come here with this. There. And just as I go with my layers, that layer of Mod Podge below will help hold down the upper layer, and I'm just going to keep giving it a little seal. The thicker paper, you're going to need a little bit more to really get it to stay down and glue on. And as it dries, that will all dry out to a clear, and this is a satin coat of Mod Podge, so maybe a little shiny, but not very shiny. Not like as if you had the gloss or one of the glitters you could add to it. Oh wow, some of the little flower bits came out of this particular piece of rice paper because I've kind of gone at it a lot. So that's something for you to consider. So as always, we are ever so happy to see what your creations look like, and we hope that you join us again next month for another canvas craft project, and hopefully giving you some fun ideas of things to complete for yourself. Tag us on social media or share it on the Facebook version of this video, and we hope that you enjoy.